Yo, what's up, everybody? Obviously, my name is Andrew Davis. I got my good friend Keenan here. This is Talking Wrestling or WWE Last Week. WWE Last Week.
Last WWE Tonight, not Scam Wrestling, so I can pray off those other people's names. Not Sam Wrestling Big, so I take a little bit from that dude. Not Scam Wrestling. So if you're looking him up, you might catch me sometimes. Maybe.
So many things I could say. So many things I could say. It's been a while. I have been occupied. I think you have been occupied. I do not say I'm busy anymore because I am never busy. It just is a matter of where my attention is going for that particular position, money, all sorts of crazy shit that could go on. I have been occupied. But yes, we are back doing this stuff. A lot of shit has happened in wrestling. Apparently, I think the thing that I'm curious about, because Keenan's a big women's wrestling fan, is how do you feel about Charlotte Flair? That's the only question I have for you.
She's fucking like literally tonight. I just went spoiler alert. I literally watched, like, that's what caught me up. That's why I was like, because I was like watching like the replay or something on YouTube. Just the quick 5 minutes or anything. And Nia Jax is beating the shit out of Tiffany because Nia Jax, they gotta treat her as fat, like she's a bear and shit. But so Nia Jax ends up leaves Tiffany Stratton on the ground, and here comes Charlotte Flair. And I gotta say, like, I like Charlotte Flair. She's a Rick, you know what I'm saying? But I've never found her like sexy, really. Like, I've never been like, ooh, there we go. I don't know. I've always seen like a little Ric Flair in her face or something like that. But she comes out there tonight and like some regular fucking sweats and shit. And she comes sitting down. She like hikes her pants up a little bit and sits down. I'm like, damn, Charlotte Flair looked kind of hot, just regular. What the fuck, Charlotte? And she's like, wake up, Tiffy. Wake up, Tiffy. The queen chooses you. I'm like, damn, Charlotte. Like, I would love to see. But the one thing that did piss me off is because Charlotte Flair came out at the end of Nia Jax and whoever that other homie of Nia Jax is right now, whooping Tiffy's ass, and they just passed each other like it was no big deal. I would love to I would like to see Charlotte Flair get a little bit more evil. I'd like to see her be like, good job, Nia.
Yeah,
like
this is how I feel, right? I don't give a flying fuck about Charlotte Flair. I really don't. Like, it's not even that. Like, I find Charlotte Flair to be attractive. Like, I've never had that issue. But, like, Charlotte Flair was, like, when she came out after winning the Royal Rumble, I don't know if you saw that promo, but it didn't work. It didn't fucking work. And I'm like, you guys missed the moment here. It's not that Charlotte Flair should have came out as a babyface. It should have been like, what you expect? Of course I was going to win this shit. Like she needed to do the exact opposite of John Cena. In which that, and John Cena is like, I'm going to earn it. And Charlotte Flair should have been like, what did you expect? Of course I was going to win this thing. Like,
but then he just announced I'm going in the elimination chamber. I've been here long enough. I can do whatever I want.
But that's the thing, though, is that Cena can do it, and he's done it with AJ Styles. He's done it with Roman Reigns, and it works every fucking time because he has the cred. Charlotte Flair should have been like, what did you guys expect? Of course I was going to win this. And that would have made her instant heel. It would have then made and then she says, I don't know if I'm going to pick you, Rhea Ripley. Would have got her over so much easier. And there was nothing in that promo on that Monday or whatever it was after the Royal Rumble. And I'm like, there's no story fucking here. But what you did on SmackDown, at least there's something now.
But yeah, I mean, now they created the story, but I still would like to see her a little bit more heelish. And I mean, I could see her like, I don't know. I mean, because she did get cheered after she won the Rumble. She got cheered when she went out. I mean, when she won that Rumble, they were cheering her. So maybe they got it like confused a little bit. But when they went to the Monday to the next show or whatever, was that SmackDown or Monday Night Raw? I don't know what that was. But when they went to the next show and she dropped that promo, like everyone was booing her, and she did not pivot quick enough. Like, I also don't like that every time I don't like this like drama. It's okay for a couple people like Dom and maybe the old day or whatever the fuck they are. right now. I don't know. But it's okay to drown a couple of people out with booze. But they're doing a lot of shit like over and over again. The fucking security and reps come out sometimes these people gotta beat this shit. I get it sometimes, like when it's going really bad, maybe you need to stop it. But every single time that they come out and get them, or they're doing this thing now where they start doing an interview, and she'll get one question out, and then somebody will walk through and interrupt it, and then the interviewer is just gone, and then they follow the person that interrupted it to the next thing. It's like, okay, that'd be cool if it happened every once in a while, but like y'all find something that works. It's like, let's beat the fuck out of this thing to where y'all don't forget that. Same thing with watching Nia Jax act fat every time. Like, we know you're a big girl. We get it. Why can't you just be powerful? Why do you gotta fucking? I get it. Like, she plays it like she's Rikishi size or Yokozuna with that fucking coming up the top rope with that shit. It's like, you're not that big, girl. Like, you're big, but you're not big. Like, not big enough to be stomping on people. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I did. Oh, go ahead.
My whole thing is that I just hated that Monday Night Raw Charlotte Flair promo. I hated it because it didn't work, right? It was better than Hulk Hogan coming out. I want to make that crystal clear. It was significantly better, okay?
Crack one of those real American beers, Mecca. Go ahead. I know you got one over there. You fucking Republican.
No, I'm drinking a Twisted Tea. I'm drinking.
He's like, no, I got a real American beer right. We got this at the convention.
Twisted Tea. It's all right. I'm a little twisted. I'm a little messed up. It's all right. This is not my first beer of the night. I had a fat orange cat tonight. It was pretty good.
That's weird.
It's an IPA.
He just told everybody on the intranet that you had a fat orange cat. So you fucked Garfield earlier? What happened, man?
No, it was a good
beer. With Garfield and the other dude, Heath kicked Garfield, and that'd be a dope threesome. Both of them got a little meat on their bones. Ooh, no, I'm just fucking with you, dude. What's a fat orange? Is that a beer?
Yeah, it's a beer, and they're like an IPA type company. They do some stouts, and their whole shtick is that every beer has like it's themed after a cat. So like their beer art can, like the art on the beer can is awesome. And then the one I had today was Last Cat Standing, and it was a bunch of cats playing poker on like the beer can. But like they do seasonal stuff, and it's fun, and so it's like kind of like a craft beer, but it's fun, and that was good. I enjoyed it. It was like a light IPA, but it was heavy. It was like a 9%er. I mean, it was good. It was good. It's like a double IPA, and then
are these people sponsoring you now, dude? What's going on? Like, dude, damn, you're like just throwing the gauntlet out for these people. No, I'm messing with you. That's how you do get sponsorship. You do good advertising for no fucking reason.
No. I'm not getting paid from them. I would love to get paid from them. It'd be dope if I was paid from them.
Yeah, I mean, usually you're having to pay the fat orange cat on the dresser after you get done, but you want to get. But I do want to do a John Cena bald spot watch real quick. In my opinion, dude's bald spot was looking better this time. But then I listened to Busted Open or some shit. I was listening to something. And maybe those motherfuckers aren't bald, but they were like, his bald spot was looking atrocious. I'm like, motherfucker, do y'all not see what I see? It was looking better. Homeboy's been taking something. He's been doing something. He wasn't messing with it. Like maybe that was just it because he wasn't like fucking with it the entire time. He just let it go.
Let me ask this to you then. Yeah. What do you think of the Royal Rumble? Because I was shocked.
Let
me tell you how I feel, right? Yeah. I thought the women's Royal Rumble on a talent level was much better than the men's. I thought the story in the men's was like comic book-esque. Like I thought it was the best writing WWE has done in a long time. The men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I wanted Jey Uso until Jey Uso started winning. Until he did, like real talk, like and I not Scam Wrestling said the same not Sam Wrestling said the same thing, and I'm not taking it from him, even though I do like to voice the same opinions of other people out there. R.I.P. to Jim Cornette's dog, by the way, my bad. But but you knew that Jimmy Uso wasn't going to pick Cody Rhodes. You knew he wasn't going to pick Cody Rhodes. That was just like writing on the wall right there. Like you knew there wasn't going to be a chance of him picking Cody Rhodes. There was just not going to be a chance of it. But they did make me want. But I don't know, man. We'll see what
I
WrestleMania.
wasn't expecting it, man. I was not expecting that out of WWE. Like there was no indication of it. There was no like this is what's gonna happen. I thought that the Royal Rumble winner was gonna be CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought it
Oh,
was gonna be that. I thought what was gonna happen is I thought it was gonna come down to Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, CM Punk as the last three. Logan Paul gets thrown out because then it makes Logan Paul an easy heel. It creates, it gives that vibe to that match that Seth Rollins and Logan Paul had at WrestleMania a few years ago. That was awesome. And then it creates the issue of CM Punk versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, right? And then you have CM Punk with that promo saying, "I'm your friend, Cody, and I'm going to stab you in the front." And I thought that would have gave them a lot of ground, and then it would have opened up the lane for John Cena versus Gunther through Elimination Chamber. But now we're going to have what? John Cena versus Cody Rhodes? Like, I'm not buying that at WrestleMania.
I think John Cena's gonna lose. I think John Cena's. I'm not even sure he's gonna get the 17. Everybody's like, "Oh, you want to see him get the 7?" I was like, I think John Cena is old school, on the way out. You do the job. I think he's gonna do the job for absolutely everybody. But real quick, before I forget, because while you were sitting there, like, don't forget your spot, dude. I'm not trying to cut you off. I just have these. Like, while I've been watching all these, like I said, they've been picking out a lot of people to boo over and stuff. But just like tonight, when Nia Jax walked by Charlotte Flair, would that not be a dope, like, new Four Horsemen type of shit? Like, if Nia Jax and fucking Charlotte Flair hooked up and then they found two more bad bitches to go with? That was my first thought. My second thought was, could you imagine fucking Logan Paul, Dominic Mysterio, and fucking the New Day hook up like a new, because they're all getting booed the fuck out of the building. If they were like the Judgment Day, they're not getting booed. They're fucking like they're done with pretty much. But if you fucking put those four, could you imagine the heel boos you would get for those four? Boo! Like, just, I would like that. Maybe like a Shinsuke Nakamura walking like my bad. Let's get back to what you were saying, but I didn't want to forget that because my mind fucking. I smoked too much weed back in the day, dude. So I don't want to forget. Like,
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, we're just talking wrestling. We're just having
it was just a fantasy booking idea that I've had a couple of times, and I also like, since we're talking about that, I did see the.
Let me tell you how I think John Cena should go out. If we're gonna go random shooting, there's one title that John Cena has never held, and he needs it. And forget the 17th time. I want to see John Cena with an Intercontinental title run for a little bit. I think it would be interesting because he's had the U.S. title and he's never held the IC title. And I think it would be so interesting because we talk about legacy, right? He's done everything but have the IC title.
Wait, who recently is it? Sheamus has never won the IC?
Sheamus has never won it. So if we think about this, right? Braun Breaker is the IC title holder, right?
Cena kicks his ass.
So it gets Braun Breaker off of, you get the belt off of Braun Breaker, you give it to Cena, and then you have this Sheamus Cena stuff who've had a long rivalry, and then now Sheamus gets what he gets out of this. 2 months later, you have a WrestleMania match right there.
I think
and now you can move Braun Breaker into the world title position by either Money in the Bank, get him ready for SummerSlam, and now you made this whole thing naturally progress because Cena's been the facilitator and Cena's on the way out and he'll do the job and he'll drop the Sheamus, but you could do it in a really cool match. Like you could do it in something like a tables match or a chairs match or something like that that's actually meaningful, that means something for Sheamus, means something for John Cena, and he now has held every fucking title that's active in WWE. Minus NXT.
Real quick, since we haven't been on the air for like 2 fucking months, dude, I just keep thinking of more shit to talk about that has nothing to do. So let's just shoot on everything and just talk about everything.
That's what I want. That's my booking for John Cena.
That'd be good, dude. That'd be good. And speaking of that, because while you were talking about, I was like bringing up Braun Breaker. How much did you like that fucking spear he did on that TikToker motherfucker? Like, did you see the card of it?
Did you see the card of it? Right?
Yeah.
So you want to hear the crazy part about that card, right?
Huh.
That card from the Royal Rumble sold more than everybody else's by almost 3 times. That's
Huh.
insane, right?
That was a good. That was a. I like because that guy was probably like, yeah, I want to do some stuff. I want to do some things. And he's like, yeah, I'll take a spear from. Let me. Can I take a spear, Braun Breaker? Braun's like, you know, I go like 35 miles an hour, right? Okay, here you go. And he literally, homeboy, he broke that motherfucker in half. In half. That's some old school. It's some old school Roddy Piper, Mr. T type shit. I'm not gonna let you treat me like a bitch in this motherfucker. This is my world, bitch. That was good stuff right there. Good stuff. I'd
Yo,
like to see Logan Paul
card,
take that.
that card sold 12,000 copies, and I didn't pick one up because I knew it was going to sell a lot, and it's not good for business, right? I'm looking for the rare shit, right?
Yeah.
But I all things considering, and that Jey Uso sold I think 4,400, so that card sold 12,000, sold almost 3 times as much as Jey Uso with a relic autograph on the line. It's freaking insane. It's mind-boggling, but good for Speed, right? Good for him. And I love the way they did it. I love Triple H. We need a replacement. You're up, Speed. Go for it. Like, have fun. And then he comes out.
Yeah.
The whole thing was great. It just made me laugh. I'm watching with all my friends, getting drunk, watching the Royal Rumble in my basement because my TV went out, everybody. And we're all just looking at it, and we all just started bursting out laughing. And 3 of my friends were here, and they're not wrestling fans, and they just immediately understood the humor of it. And it was great. It was great television.
It was a good spear, and I like that. It was some old school Roddy Piper. I'm not gonna let this fucking celebrity come in my world and fuck. That's why I'd really like to see Logan Paul and Braun Breaker get after him. Maybe before he gets off the IC, maybe that'd be good. Because I mean, there's just no way that Logan Paul should ever be in the mix for any world championship talk, heavyweight champ. I don't want to see Logan. He's okay. He's taken to it, but he's just such a fucking I don't know.
Douchebag? Here's my problem, right? And I'm gonna mention a name that's dirty. So hopefully everybody's not gonna. I don't want to be the guy that I get punched out in a bar. But
Yeah, that guy.
Logan Paul's not as bad as Andrew Tate. He's not as bad as Andrew Tate, but he's still somewhat in that vein, right? He's in that network. Logan Paul has done things that aren't good. Logan Paul's also scammed people technically. So, and Logan Paul, you can make an argument that he's a bit of a drifter and a grifter or whatever you call it. I don't know the right word here, but you can make an argument about that. So like I don't want to reward people who aren't exactly good people. Does that make any sense?
No, I get it, man. Yeah, I mean, but I get it, man. He's not like Dom. I hate Dom, but I hate him like as you would hate a heel. Like, I see his little Eddie Guerrero shit. I'm like, oh, dude, I really like.
I'll ask you this, right? You don't hate Logan Paul, so I wouldn't go up to Dom Mysterio and punch him in the face in a restaurant, right?
Exactly. But Logan Paul, like I
You
don't
might, you might.
fashion because I know that I hate him. I hate him because he's just a fuck. I just don't like him. He's just
I know somebody who invested in CryptoZoo, which is Logan Paul's crypto project. They didn't invest a lot of money, but they lost a good like $500 on it. And it's no fucking joke. And people lost a lot more than that on that shit. So you know what is? I might punch Logan Paul in the face. And you know what is? I don't think if you're in the space I'm in and I'm a crypto guy, you know what is? It's not so simple to say, well, Andrew, I have to disagree with you on that. I mean, I know somebody who lost about $500 on it, but there's people who've lost 5 grand. There's people who've lost like 20 grand on this shit. So you know what is? I wasn't thrilled that he had the US title either. Again, I don't think we should be rewarding people who have legitly robbed people of real money.
I agree, but I mean I don't know, man. The wrestling, I don't know, man. I agree. I do agree with that. I don't want to reward people like that, but I don't even know if I specifically know that.
It's tricky for me because I get the practical use of Logan Paul. I get the social media use of Logan Paul. I get the name draw of Logan Paul. I get that it brings a younger generation in, and then that naturally converts. But at the same time, it's like, are we rewarding bad behavior? It's like giving a drunk a drink, right? Like,
Is it him or is it because he's Jake Paul's brother? I don't think I knew about Logan Paul until I saw him on wrestling one time. Like,
I
because he's always like intertwined with Jake Paul or the
yeah.
Paul
See,
Stiff, you know.
I got into Logan Paul a very different way than other people, right? I
Yeah.
didn't know who Logan Paul was until Ben Shapiro.
Okay.
So Ben Shapiro was on Logan Paul, and he shocked the shit out of Logan Paul, and Logan Paul was like dumbfounded, and it was a great like 2 hours with Ben Shapiro. It was an intellectual conversation. It was obviously an idea of clashing of ideas, different components. Super fascinating. Again, hopefully, I'm not the guy who you want to punch at the bar here, but like the only reason why is that I saw something where obviously I enjoy the Daily Wire. I don't think it's a secret. If you're finding out about this for the first time, I'm sorry that your culture shocked. But like I thought it was a really interesting interview. And then I'm like, cool, what else does Logan Paul have? And then all of a sudden he's interviewing somebody else who is not political. But then like he has like I don't know if he had Mark Cuban on or somebody else on, or he had Kevin O'Leary on. I'm a fan of Shark Tank and Kevin O'Leary. And then he had them on, and that's how I became a fan of Logan Paul, is because I got introduced a different way. I didn't get introduced through Jake Paul. I got introduced um through that way where impulsive. So
Crack that
it,
real American beer right now.
I have not had an American
I
beer.
know I'm just joking with you because of Hulk Hogan, but I mean, I get it, and it's. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on Jake Paul either way. Like, uh, I don't know. I don't hate him in the wrestling heel fashion. Like, you get it. It's all like, oh, I don't like tonight. Like L.A. Knight. I hate L.A. Knight as a heel. Like I'd rather him be a heel. I would love to hate him. Like to hate him. Everybody. L.A. Knight. Like when they talk shit, like he
You
had to
don't
go
hate him
and
as
get
a
his shit in.
person.
Huh?
Like you could hate Hulk Hogan as a person
Yeah.
because Hulk Hogan is, I hate to say it, he's kind of a piece of shit. I mean, if we're gonna really be honest about this, Hulk Hogan is probably a piece of shit. If we're gonna be really honest.
I think really he fucking like bland. He has no flavor in any way. Like you put him in your mouth, you taste whatever you want to. He's like a piece of fucking tofu. I'm serious. He's like a piece of tofu. He takes on whatever he needs to for that moment. Like he thought that it was gonna be no big deal that he went on the Republican convention in California. But California is a Democratic state. Yeah, they don't want that. I'm just saying, like he thinks like, oh, everybody loves me. I'm Hulk Hogan. No, you're kind of just tofu, dude. You're bland. There's nothing really going on with you. You're just there. And it's poor little fucking fat roll thing. I've never seen anything those 20-inch fight on fucking
Poor Jimmy Hart.
fat guy. Jesus Christ.
Poor Jimmy Hart. Poor
Oh,
Jimmy Hart. They're rolling him out for WrestleMania 41. The meet and greet Hulk Hogan email just went out like today. It was, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is shit. Fucking on a stick, selling hard. It was bad.
right.
I'm
Poor
like,
Hulk Hogan. And you think like, how did he not take care like make his money and like save some money? I know he got divorced and he's had some shit, but he's like before The Rock, he was like the most successful wrestler in history. Like, you didn't save a fucking dime, dude. Like, why are you still doing shit? Why aren't you just like we don't still see Sean Connery? That dude saved some fucking money.
I
Like,
mean,
save your fucking money, dude.
yeah, we still see Sean Connery even after he's left us. He's still around.
Is he still alive? I thought maybe like he's not alive.
Sean Connery passed away.
That's what I'm saying, but we didn't see him for years before he passed away. Like he said, once he got there's stars and stuff like what Anthony Hopkins. Well, no, who else?
Anthony
Dennis
Hopkins
Hopper.
uses his roles. He's great. I love Anthony Hopkins.
I mean,
He's basically saying, I want to do a role like Topher Grace, right? Topher Grace is like this, right?
I think it's Topher, dog. Topher.
Topher, okay.
Christopher Topher Grace.
Fine. But he's basically made the position saying, I made enough money from that 70s show that I can pick and choose whatever the fuck I want to do. Where I have so much money that maybe I'll do 1 or 2 roles a year and I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. And it's awesome. He has complete control over what he wants to do, and he was just in a movie that he wanted to be in, right? Flight Risk, I think. And that says something when you pick and choose. And there are wrestlers, like one of my favorite wrestlers is this guy Effie. Effie is an openly gay independent wrestler who's basically said, I don't want to go to any major promotion because I want to be able to be independent and control my shit. And he's making so much money doing it. And he's like a phenomenon. And he's like the nicest human being on the planet. And he's basically come to the conclusion saying, I want full control over what I want to do, say, and I don't need to do jack shit. And that if I go to one of these major promotions, they're going to control me and it's going to fucking fall apart. And he's great.
Terrible segue. Terrible segue. Another thing I've noticed in the past couple months, the homosexual moves are getting very slow. Like dudes are going up to like grab people, like to do like the power bomb, like they're doing like maybe they're gonna do the moonsault off the top rope, and dudes will go up there and grab them, and they're picking them up very slow. Their face is right there in the fucking crotch, like and I get this, I get it, but it's like, dude, gay or not, your face is full on in another man's crotch. Sweat, Vaseline, everything. Like, and why are y'all doing it? It's like, and like, why are you going slow as fuck, dude? I'd be trying to get that dude's face, like, crotch off my face as quick as possible. I've just noticed that the homosexual moves have seemed to go very slow lately.
I'm all for the homosexual gay moves. I'm down for it. I'm totally fine with it. I am an ally to the LGBTQ community, Keenan.
I'm an ally. I'm not saying, dude, we all know wrestling is like Skinamax, like homosexual porn for like
terrible segue, everybody.
Almost naked. But I'm just saying, like, this is the part where. And what's crazy is I see the women do it too, and I was like, "There's just no like." I get it. Like, I think I've seen some like girls have been doing that shit to Nia Jax. Like, she'll get ready to do that tsunami thing, and they'll go up behind and put their face in her crotch, and it'll take them like a good minute and a half to get her bitch ass off the thing. Like, their face is right there.
You know why it's happening, right?
Why?
Did you hear the rumor that apparently Nia Jax is dating Asuka?
Oh shit, good for her. See, now it's kind of hot. Now I'd like to see that in fucking.
They're all fucking jealous.
That's
okay. That's what it's about. Oh. They all just want a piece of that.
I was like, that's maybe my biggest beef with how they treat not like literally. Look up what she was wearing tonight. It was like this leopard tiger outfit with like fucking netting everywhere and like all kinds of holes in it and stuff, dude. And it just did not. It just looked like her fat was busted. And don't get me wrong, I'm telling you, almost the same thing as Charlotte Flair. I'd probably be like, damn, you see me at Nia Jackson that regular shit tonight? Damn, dude, because I'm down with it. I'm down. But they just be treating her like she's Rikishi. Fucked up. She's not Yokozuna. She's not Rikishi.
Speaking of terrible segues, since we brought up the homosexual on both ends of this is what's happening next Friday at about 5:15 on my YouTube channel, Pop Anime Comics. Is I'm interviewing Ariel X, who is the brainchild behind Ultimate Surrender and Evolve Fights. And if you know anything about that, that's how I'm gonna let you know. It's let's just say it's very, very adult, very interesting wrestling, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Can I ask you to ask her a question, like, because that stroke hand seems like strong dog. Like, I bet you she gives like a mean hand job, dude. Like, I can just like
that's assuming she dates men.
She doesn't have to date men to have given a mean hands on fucking thing. Like from what you said, is like she's down to do something strange for some change. I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying, like that looks like a fucking that looks like a strong fucking hand.
Cannot wait. As I stated before, anything is fucking possible. If you've watched my Facebook page, anybody, and my personal Facebook page, and you are lucky to be considered a friend on that, because it is a privilege, it is not a right, to friend me on Facebook. I did say anything is fucking possible now, and trust me, I did not think that interview was coming. So you never know what's coming on my show. But anyway.
That's what she said in Mecca. I didn't think I was coming either, Mecca. All right. So is there any other wrestling shit that we missed? All right. So wait. Let's get in because right now is I think is Jacob Fatu in the Elimination Chamber already? No, I think he's doing it tomorrow or Monday. He's doing it sometime. I think I saw that. Like, who do you think is going to win the Elimination Chamber?
I'm still broken from your statement because that really just made me laugh so bad, dude. You like fucking broke me. You pulled some R-Truth shit like right there. Like hell, that was good, man.
Well, while he's laughing it up, 4-Foot Tracy says hi to us a couple of times. OMG gross, Tracy says that about the hand job thing. Fly your fucks home. Where else, loser? I don't know what I.
We're not Eagles fans, so I don't get it.
Big Mex says, "What's up? What up?" Big Mex says he's a wrestling fan. He'd like to come on live with us sometime. He didn't say it tonight, but he said that to me before. He's like, "You all talk about it." I'm like, if you're a wrestling fan, we'll bring you on sometime, man. So maybe next time maybe after Elimination Chamber, we might bring you up here, big Mexican motherfucker.
That's actually the perfect time to bring people on is after a pay-per-view. I'll be really honest, and this is just my thoughts, just shooting off the top of my head. After I've gained my composure here, the best time to bring guests on is after a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Because that's when all the shit happening, and that's when all the reactions happen. And so, like, that's the best time to do it.
And so, like, we might want to, if we have time, we might, because Not Sam Wrestling does a podcast, like an emergency podcast called Feelings after most of his fucking things. But we could go live and beat that motherfucker, dude.
We should beat him, and we should bring the fight.
Well, I'm not saying like we could, like that guy's got fucking numbers. I'm just saying we could beat him out. Like spoiler alert, bitch. Spoiler alert. We could beat his bitch ass like that way. I don't think let's not because not Sam Wrestling's like kind of a big fucking deal, dude.
I think we could take him.
That's in real life, dude. Even though I'm disabled, I'd just take my fucking walker and fucking boom. Boom! I did
that all by myself, everybody. All by myself.
I got my ass handed to me trolling Tuesday, not because the guy was talking shit about how I look or what I sound like or what I do. He's like, "You're not really a chef." I got it all up in my fucking field, and I didn't really get up in my fields, but I was just like, "Yo, dude, look at my fucking fields. Look at this. I've cooked. I've done this." I'm like giving him my fucking resume, and I was like, "Dude, I just let that fucking like that's the way he's gonna get to you." It's like, "Oh, you weren't a chef." Doesn't talk about you're old, fat. Beard, fucking dumb. What are you doing, you fucking old YouTuber, stupid shit? Nothing like that. Guys talking about, and I just keep feeding into that stupid shit too. And afterwards, like I was like, it's like you take an L. Yeah, I took an L and got my ass kicked troll wise, and I do not usually do that. Most of the time, I hand that shit to them. But yeah, when I can take the looks, I can
tell with a troll in a while.
Did I do it? I like it, dude. It pumps up our shit, dude. It pumps my shit up at least. People
See, this is the problem though, is that like I just ignore them. Like, if I'm doing an interview and somebody's trolling me, I'm like, great, you have a good time. It doesn't affect me because like I don't give a fuck. Like trolls, just I'm like, you do you, bro. Like,
well, that's why they haven't really been coming around that much, and that's why I started doing like a trolling Tuesday where they can come through and like try to talk some shit, and then I talk some shit back and stuff like that, and we go just to keep them. Because a lot of times they don't bring it in because I'm pretty good at dealing with the trolls and shit. Like I've been bullied since I was in fucking 4th grade, dude. So come on, you want to talk about
but I do enjoy trolling the shit out of people during NBA stuff, right? Like when the Boston Celtics are carving people, I just freaking love it. Like when Jason Tatum is just like putting on a spectacle, and I'm a Knicks fan. Oh my god, my tweets during that shit. Oh my god. I was like, man,
You got
Thanksgiving.
one thing to talk about being a Knicks fan, and you're just gonna wear it out. You're like, you're a fucking Knicks fan, my dude.
Dude, they're third in their conference. It's no bullshit, man. Like
All
the
right,
Knicks
so
are
we're
fucking
gonna
good.
talk every week until they blow this fucking thing because the Knicks always fuck.
I don't think they're gonna win the championship. I'll tell you who I think is gonna win. I think OCK is gonna win. Or
I would.
OKC.
Oh yeah, I was about to say it's OKC, not OC. I was like OCK. What the fuck
Sorry,
is that?
sorry. I get things mixed up sometimes. Letters mixed up.
Dude, I went to a Phoenix Suns game with a dude that loves
Kevin Durant, man, he's
Well,
good.
he loves the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we're at the Phoenix Suns game. Just we were there because it was like their Christmas party, and they paid for me to go out there cooking and shit. And we're just out there watching it. This dude is yelling out, "I love OKC, fuck the Suns!" the entire fucking game. And people are like, "There's people with kids around us and shit, dude." Looking at it, I was like, "I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do." This is actually kind of my boss right now, so I'm so sorry. I don't know what you want.
Yeah. Kevin Durant just got his 30,000th point in the NBA.
Is he still with OKC? I thought he moved.
What?
Did Kevin Durant go back to OKC? Didn't he?
No, he's on the Phoenix Suns.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, I was like, because when we were talking OKC and then you said Kevin Durant, I didn't know. I mean, I'm kind of out of basketball lately. Like I was a huge Dirk Nowitzki fan. Once he left, I was kind of like,
He spent most of his career what on the Mavs, I think.
Oh yeah, all of his career. He never went anywhere else. Always a Maverick. Was drafted by the Mavericks. Won and only championship with the Mavericks. It was dope. I love Dirk Nowitzki. I watched him for years. See him finally accomplish it. Me and my daughter went to.
What do you think of the Luka trade, man? That I mean, let me explain how I feel. Right, it is an impossible trade to do on NBA like 2K25. I tried doing the fucking trade. You can't even make the trade. I've legitimately offered LeBron and the entire Lakers team for Luka, and it won't accept it. I'm in the video game. It's insane. Like, it's not even physically fucking possible in the video game, and yet it happens. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Luka had to be asking for that trade or some shit. Like, he wasn't happy. You're not gonna trade somebody like Luka Doncic with that fucking pedigree and fucking that good of a fucking player. They just, but again, dude, I don't even listen to, like, I used to listen to sports radio almost every day driving around, dude. Now, I almost like it better watching football now that I don't hear all the little fucking nitpicking bullshit on the outside, dude. And I've tried to get back into basketball, dude, but I think I was more of a Dirk Nowitzki fan. And when he fucking bounced, that's when I lost my fire for it.
I will explain my position, right? Is that I like gambling on this shit, and I'm pretty good at it. I had a slight hiccup, but it will be addressed in about 2 weeks. You know, so sometimes you just it doesn't work out, right?
Right.
You're gambling, and sometimes you take a leap and you thought you're right, and then it just doesn't work. But it's a mistake that'll take about 16 games to fix, which is not a lot,
right?
All things considering. But shit happens in life. But anyway, that's why I like basketball. Is that I like gambling. I tend to make a lot of money doing this shit, and I just know my shit, right? Like, so you become a fan, and then I have a card selling business that is further enhanced by this. It's the same thing with the WNBA, where it's just straight money for me because I buy a card for 4 and I'm selling it for 12. Like, I can't not do it because there's too much of a profit margin.
Well, yeah, man.
And then all of a sudden, like my Caitlin Clark cards, I bought them for 4. I sold a boatload of them for 8, and then I held on to about 15 of them, and I sold them for 80 a piece. The last 15. Damn. I mean that $4 to 80. I mean, that's no bullshit anymore.
Yeah. Can't do any worse.
You all can make fun of me for the WNBA, but trust me, when you have a lot more money in your pocket because of it, I mean, money's not funny. Actually, money's hilarious, but that's not the point. Oh, by the way, you all can do the same thing because I will tell you right now, draft night, buy 25 pay-per-views and just wait. Wait till August and sell them. $25 to $50 is the estimation.
$20, little man. Put that money in my hand. Let's see. Damn, they're blowing. I guess Big Max and 4-Foot are having a conversation on our chat right now. Has nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us at all. Big Max wants 4-Foot to be his Valentine, and 4-Foot saying no, not gonna do it, bro. Because 4-Foot is my Valentine.
Whoa.
Did you ever answer who you think the winner, who Cody Rhodes is going to be facing from the Elimination Chamber, or who the other two compared? Did we ever talk about that?
No. Again, it's now getting my whole bingo card was Cena was going to win the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber. He was going to face Gunther. We have Jey Uso facing Gunther, right?
Jey Uso facing Gunther.
I mean, we're gonna have Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. That's coming. Yeah. I mean, but that's gonna be a great match, right?
It's gonna be a good match, but it really has nothing to do with it. I mean, it's gonna be because Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are fucking, wrestlers from wrestling, like they're wrestlers. So it's gonna be a good match. But what kind of? I mean, we've seen this story how many times? And I'm not even a huge wrestling fan, but I've seen this. I mean, I'm bigger now, but I mean, back in the day, how many times have you seen this story?
You've seen it a lot. I've seen it way more than you. And I say that to be polite because they've been doing this story over 20 goddamn fucking years.
Randy Orton could come back too. He's like, we don't know that he hasn't come out with a legit reason. I mean, I know fucking homeboy did the pile driver on him, but I mean, they could just be waiting to break him out for WrestleMania to face Kevin Owens.
I would like to see, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens is always a good matchup. It's always a good match. It's always exciting. These guys have been doing this shit forever. And now they are finally in their fucking main event prime. Because both those guys are main eventers. They really are.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy. Is that they're just so damn good, and you're going to get a great match at WrestleMania with those guys.
But I mean, it's just them. It's just, I mean, I'm the point of wrestling is to solve something. Like, even if it's not a title or anything like that, I mean, what's it going to solve? Are they going to be best friends again after that? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, how many times have we seen fucking Kevin Owens turn coat and go crazy? That's all. I mean, it's going to be a good match. I'm not debating their skills in the ring at all. They will be able to put a good match out there, and I'll sit there and watch them like, yeah, it's good. But what are we telling? What story are we telling with that? Well, once again, Kevin Owens is a dick, and Sami Zayn is standing up for himself, which we've seen a bunch of fucking times. I'd much rather see Randy Orton and Kevin Owens finish their story. Especially with that, they don't need anything on the line. They just need pride on the line. And then maybe I don't know, because they are like people are talking about maybe Randy Orton doing a heel turn.
I think WWE just doesn't have. They want to put those guys on a card somewhere, and they just don't have anything good for them at the moment because we know Sami Zayn is awesome at what he does. We know Kevin Owens is great, but they don't fit into a title picture right now. They don't fit into the title picture program at the moment. Doesn't mean if you gave Sami Zayn, I think Sami Zayn would be a fun, person to hold the title for a while. I really do. I think it'd be great for 3 months, right? But that's just it. Where do you fit it in? And I don't know if we can fit it in. You get Jey Uso in there, Sami Zayn's gonna get a title shot at some point.
And then you're doing the fucking, and I don't mind, babyface versus babyface, but it's just like kind of when Cody Rhodes gave Kevin Owens the chance, like you knew, okay, so they're starting something, like this is where he's going to kind of, I don't know, I could at least see where they're, and I understand and there's nothing new underneath the sun, but they could take it back a little bit farther and find some shit that we haven't seen a million times in a row. That's my only contention. I would like to see something different. Like we just, You know, I get it that Kevin, but why?
Let me tell you what I would like to see, right? I'll tell you what I want to see at WrestleMania. I want to see El Generico come back. So El Generico is Sami Zayn on the Indies.
Yeah.
Like 15 years ago. So Sami Zayn comes out in an El Generico mask. We have something interesting at least in that. I'm not saying that you have to have El Generico come out, but now if you build this story this way, now we got something interesting going on. But again, we're not solving a problem. When there is beef, like when what was it? Seth Rollins wrestled Sami Zayn, and there was an issue right
Mhm.
between those two, and then they wrestled each other. And Sami Zayn said to Seth, "Fine, you want to wrestle somebody tonight? Wrestle me." Right? Like that was at least in that Monday Night Raw setting. Cool. They clearly have a problem, and they need to work out their difference. And now they're okay again.
And, and you could do Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. I mean, do it on a Saturday night. Do it. You know, I don't think that's a wrestle. I just don't think we need to see that in WrestleMania again. We got so many other things we could do, and maybe, you know,
Like the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens needed to be on WrestleMania.
yeah.
Like that was a WrestleMania main event, but it
I
should not
mean,
be a WrestleMania main event. It should not
why
have been.
not if John? Because I don't think John Cena is going to win the Elimination Chamber. John Cena, Sami Zayn. I maybe John. I don't know. I don't know.
Again, John Cena, Braun Breaker, WrestleMania Intercontinental title. That is the way to do it because it moves Braun Breaker out of that IC position, gives John Cena an ability to elevate the title, even though he doesn't need to at this point. But you got to get the belt off of Braun Breaker for that IC title, and you got to start transitioning him into because I think Jey Uso is going to beat Gunther, right? I really think that that's
See,
what.
we got so many people from the Elimination Chamber that are going to be left over because you got the Jacob Fatu, you're going to have Solo Sikoa, you're going to have CM Punk.
Again, see CM Punk. This is what do you do with Cody Rhodes, right? John Cena Cody Rhodes is not a good match for WrestleMania.
No.
It's too much star power, and nobody will be the winner out of that match. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes makes the most sense.
I don't know. It's another babyface. At this moment, it's babyface. If CM Punk would have came
I
back
don't
in,
think it is though, because I think CM Punk is like an anti-hero, right? And this is how I feel, right? Where it can work with CM Punk, right? It cannot work with John Cena versus Cody Rhodes is super babyface versus babyface, right? CM Punk is like, I'm not want to dust these kids, right? I didn't wait 10 years to want to dust these kids, right? So now you get this idea where, yeah, CM Punk is kind of like a Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock, right? That's what it looks like. Where that's what CM Punk is versus Cody Rhodes, where you're not going to be rooting against Punk, but you're also not going to be rooting against Cody, and you're like, okay, I could see this going one way or the other. But like, but also it's like, and also with CM Punk versus Cody, you don't know who's gonna get the belt because it can go either way.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know CM Punk's an anti-hero, but he's an anti-hero like Steve Austin is. If him and Cody Rhodes both go in at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, but it might, I don't know, man. I don't know. And luckily we got some time.
I'll tell you what I want for CM Punk at WrestleMania. To be honest, I want a triple threat between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns.
That's not a bad idea. But Roman Reigns has to take him and the whole bloodline thing has to get. They got Solo Sikoa, they got Jacob Fatu, they got fucking yeah. I don't know that fucking guy's name. You know, they got their whole little bloodline mess going on. I mean, if Brock Lesnar makes it out of this, whatever, I think they just brought it.
I mean, fuck it. I mean, there's so much shit that could go on. Nikki Bella is somehow now back in
Yeah,
WWE
what the
Discovery.
fuck is that? How old is that bitch? Jesus Christ. Jesus. Like, when I
hear,
saw
hear
it,
me
like,
out,
I'm like,
hear me out on this. Hear me out on a crazy WrestleMania idea for you. So the Tonga twins, the female Tonga twins. So there's all these people who are Samoans, right? They
yeah.
should have a challenge to the Bella twins, and I would like to see that match at some point too. Like there's so much shit now going on that it's fucking insane.
Well, I
And
love how they don't act like Nia Jax has anything to do with the bloodline at all. Like, why isn't she like a little part of it? Like, hey, we got the woman's thing. Like, what? Like, she is a part of the bloodline, right? Am I crazy? I mean, not a part of it, but isn't she from the like Samoan bloodline type shit? The Rock type stuff? Am I crazy?
she's like, yeah. I think she's on that side, and like she's like a half sister or something like that.
The
Like
bloodline, that's still. I mean, they could still. So I mean, she's just kind of left out there, and I don't know, man. I don't know. And isn't it weird that like if I like because Bella's been gone for a minute, John Cena's been kind of, but they were together back in the day, and now they're back in this thing. Like I would have been like, yo, did we really have
it's
to bring this?
awkward. It's an
Yeah,
awkward.
I would if I was John Cena, I'd be like, could I not have this bitch back in this? Like, could y'all not wait a year to bring her back? Like, because is Nikki Bella really that important to you guys? I don't know.
Apparently, this is what's crazy about Nikki. So Cena didn't want a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the deal breaker for John Cena.
And now he's got a kid, right? He got married.
Seriously? I don't think he has a kid yet.
I could have sworn he got married. Like he didn't want to have kids, but he got married and had a kid. I could have sworn that's what it was.
I don't know. I don't know. We got to look this shit
Hey, I'm
up now.
gonna Google this bitch right now, dude, because I could have sworn that was it. Because I remember me making fun to Kelly, like, cause she loved that Steve. She's like, oh, look at John. I was like, you ever watch wrestling then?
Nikki has a kid, right?
Yeah, I think, but I'm pretty sure John Cena had a kid too. He got married and had a kid.
I don't think.
I'm googling it right now.
I don't think he has a kid.
John Cena has once again opened up about decision. Oh no, he does not have a kid. Okay. All right, so I could have sworn that he had he told her, oh, I don't want to have a kid, and then he ended up having a kid like with the woman that he married. Like that's what I thought happened.
I think he's wrong about not having children, right? I think it'd be excellent if he had kids.
It would be excellent, but it's up to him. It's everybody's personal decision. Some people want to have kids, and some people never want to have kids. Like I could never see not having when I had my daughter at 19. Like I wanted to be a dad. I wanted a daughter. I wanted to be a father so damn bad. But as I've been a father for fucking 40 years of my life, 20 years of my life, half my life I've been a father. Daughter than my son. And I could tell, I see people, I'm like, holy fuck, that must be nice. Dude, the money you have, oh my God, dude, must be nice. Like, dude, I have people I gotta know. I could have, dude, I remember I went out with some single friends, we went to Outback Steakhouse. It's just all of us, and we're just eating. I'm getting the most, spending $30 on my meal and shit, getting the best ever. Like, oh, dude, right there, you realize that this is the first time I've gotten out to pay for myself, and I don't know how long, dude. Most of the time I'm spending $50 a meal. $35 a meal plus drinks, no problem. They were all looking at me like I was stupid. I was like, yeah. Usually I'm paying $50-$60 per meal. Even if we're going through the fucking drive-thru, it seems like sometimes. It's like, damn, how we spend $40 at Taco Bell? What y'all eating this month? There's only 3 of us. What's going on here? So going and spending $40 on a nice ass steak and a little Jack and Coke or something like that was nothing, dude. Nothing. So I'm envious of people that don't have kids. Must be nice to have all that money, and also not envious because I love my kids. I could not. They made me better than who I was.
I am single. I'm throwing myself back into the dating pool.
Fun.
And I want to get married at some point in the next year or two. Meet somebody, start a relationship, have it hopefully work out, get married, and then I want to have kids, right? So obviously that's the plan, but I'm also in a unique circumstance where I have a business that is growing that's requiring capital, and it's really god fucking damn complicated because while this is growing and dealing with crazy shit, it's like, how do the fuck do you balance it? How do you fucking finance this shit? And I mean, it's complicated. So I get it. I get it completely. And I'm the person to talk to because I have problem A over here. I got problem B over there. Kids are expensive. Shit's expensive, and it's a fucking nightmare. But you know, it'll all work out. It'll all work out.
It will all work out, man. It will all work
It's
out.
gonna happen. This is the story of my life, and I'll say it perfectly here and be honest. I am either gonna be living in a cardboard box, or I'm gonna be worth multi-millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. It is one or the other. It is one or the other, and that is how it's gonna end.
Let's
And
place bets for the cardboard box of the house right now. Everybody that's watching us, $2 if you think that he's gonna end up in $1 million home, or $1 if you think he's gonna end up in a cardboard box. Send everything to my Cash App. I will divvy it out to myself. No, I'm just
we should create a whole box poll over 10 years, right? Then we should invest the money, and then everybody
I'm gonna embezzle the money and make sure that you wind up in a fucking cardboard box. I do want to say I did see Miz and LA Knight fighting a little bit tonight, and I did enjoy watching them punch each other because I just, and the worst part is I remember Miz on the fucking Real World. That's how old I am. I remember that dude doing like the Rock type shit off of shit on the Real World on MTV in like 2001 or something, dude. That's how old I am. And then this dude's making like, you got to give respect to that, even though I dislike him, and that I dislike him as a heel in the heel fashion, but you got to respect, like, the dude went from MTV Real World fucking star on Tough Enough, like, oh, this guy's not going to do shit, and literally made his dumb name The Miz after The Rock. He created that name. His name was Mike. Instead of Mike, he used to call me, I'm The Miz. Blah, blah. He turned that into a fucking wrestling. I dislike the guy. I don't want to watch you and your girl together. I don't want any of your shit. I don't really enjoy your wrestling matches. But you got to respect that money-making type of shit, man. Got to respect it. But I did like seeing them punch each other in the face. It was good.
Miz is the most interesting wrestler because he's never hurt. He does some amazing shit. And have you seen the Daniel Bryan Miz promo?
I think so. That was like years and years ago, wasn't it though?
It was on Talking SmackDown, and the Miz just spoke straight out at Daniel Bryan, right? He said, you're complaining and you're injured and your wife won't let you wrestle, and I'm never hurt. I'm never given anything. I have worked my ass off, and here you are doing this shit. And after that, the Miz said, I don't know, I'm gonna have a job tomorrow. And like Maurice looks at the Miz, and you could see that she's mortified at her husband. And the Miz said afterwards, like, I think like he said, I don't know if I'm gonna have a job tomorrow. He said, I have no idea if I'm gonna be fired. And apparently, from what I've heard, the dude was like, what the fuck did we just hear from him? And he probably got a raise. Because what he said was so goddamn fucking true. And he just dropped something that was honest. And it made people love The Miz for being so real in a moment.
They can't ever find anything to do with him, dude. Like, even right now, like what he's with like that carrying cross guy, like he was just standing off in the, like, they can't ever find any real storyline to put that guy with. So it's just like, let him do what he does.
Makes it work, though. That's what's insane is he makes everything fucking work. The guy, I'll ask you this: is The Miz a WWE Hall of Famer? Hands fucking down.
How long has he been in the, like, it's been like 10.
He's been there for almost 20 years.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. He's been there almost as long as I've been a father, dude. Like, just like I was sitting there thinking, I think I saw him on Tough Enough. Yeah,
he's been there since like 2006.
Jesus. And like, that's crazy.
I think
he's a professional. He's professional jobber. And I don't say that shitty. Like, you need that. You need people to get beat. That's why in the Freebirds they had the little small guy, because that's the guy that can take the fucking pins. That's why you have Dominic Mysterio. He's the guy that can take the pins. That's why you keep really good jobs.
But this is the issue, right? Is that I don't think LA Knight is a Hall of Famer in WWE, right?
Yeah.
I think LA Knight is a fantastic wrestler, right? I think LA Knight, you could hate LA Knight. I think LA Knight does a great job, and I think LA Knight makes money for the company, right? But I don't think LA Knight is a Hall of Famer, right?
I fucking suck. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's LA Knight. Every time I'm supposed to say, I fucking suck. I love them saying, like, oh, he's LA Knight screwed it up. He had to get all this shit in and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then LA Knight came out like the next time, like, sorry, I was going to get my stuff in. Like, well, you do, you dick. You kind of did that. You got in the way. You didn't. It's supposed to be like a whole ballet. You were kind of worried. Like, I mean, it kind of came off that way. But he's a good, I can see why people like him. And I think he'd be a better, maybe he's a heel to me because he gets on my fucking nerves. Like, he's just like,
you want him to do what Kurt Angle did back during the Attitude Era, where Kurt Angle was saying, like, I like to drink milk, right? And then Kurt Angle's really drinking a beer, right? Like, is that what you want, right? Like, or Kurt Angle's talking about the 3 eyes.
I want an LA Knight or the Miz or a better fucking heel to take over that Chad Gable. That'd be good. If LA Knight or the Miz was like the head of American Made, that's what I would like to see. That Chad Gable little short prince bullshit. Like, I don't need, like,
you know what Chad Gable's doing? Do you actually know what's going on with Chad Gable? That's super interesting that WWE's doing.
I guess he's trying to learn how to fight fucking
he's right now down in Mexico working AAA. So Chad Gable, when they say I have to disappear and learn the ways of the luchador, he's actually down in AAA, which is a well-known Mexican luchador company. So when they legitly said he's out learning the ways of the luchador, he's legitimately learning the ways of the luchador. It's insane.
I feel like it'd be better if, like, maybe the Miz or LA Knight or somebody punked him the fuck out and took over the American Made thing, and then Chad Gable went down there and learned the ways of the luchador. Then maybe he came back in the LWO or some shit, or hanging out with fucking Nero, Zero, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what's that dude's name. Pinta, piece of shit. I don't know. No, he's pretty decent. I don't mind. Although that fucking slow arm thing, I don't think the crowd has learned that that's what he's doing with that shit yet. Like, he's trying to, like, bend their arm back and like that. Like, I'm like, how does that work? Is he just rolling over? Like, how does that really hurt your arm if you're just kind of like rolling over on it? Like, I rolled over.
WWE legitly pulled an amazing idea where Chad Gable spending like 3 or 4 weeks down in like lucha, like AAA luchadors, and they made it a whole fucking thing, because I don't even know how they fucking did it, right? But they legitly have him down there booked, and it's great. It's so fucking smart.
Well, they're starting to open up their divisions and everything. Oh, sorry. John, number 1, if we make it to 3, show's over. It usually happens pretty quick. I'm so sorry. But yeah, they are. I mean, they're pulling stuff out. They're doing good things. Paul Levesque, Triple H, is doing good. I saw a couple of interviews with Stephanie McMahon. I think it's still a little early to bring any McMahon out anything right now. Let's just.
I mean, and she was great. She was great on Pat McAfee's show.
Yeah, I mean, she was okay. I mean, I'm not. But let's leave her. We don't need him.
Vince is cleared. Vince is good. He's cleared.
No,
Federal case dropped.
Yeah, but now the Janelle Grant, aren't they coming back with some? Yeah, I know. Like, federal case got dropped, but aren't they? Isn't Janelle Grant, like, they dropped it because she like redid it, or they put new names in it or something like that?
No, because there's no education that is denied anymore.
What the? There's no education that's denied
Linda,
anymore.
Linda McMahon is the head of the education department.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying I think dude, look, you're gonna make me Google some shit again. I'm pretty sure they came out with like
I,
they.
I was just making a joke. I mean, we
No,
didn't
you're
have to
good.
take
You
it
know,
too
Bob. I'm
far.
not
I
talking
mean,
shit. I was like, what do you fuck? Like, I'm
I
pretty
thought
sure.
the joke was crystal clear, but obviously
No,
I
no, I
missed
don't know
something
what you're
there.
saying sometimes, dude, because you're always drinking that real American beer and shit.
Yes, I'm drinking. No, I only drink Canadian beer because Canada is a good country, apparently. I would be drinking a Corona, but it's been an aggressive week in my
Well, you
life.
don't want to get that COVID, bro. The
I don't know
Justice
if I had COVID. I
Department.
don't know if I didn't have COVID. It's weird, man. Like you ever have like the craziest thing I had is that yeah I don't know if I ever had COVID.
What is? They said they lifted the stay, so I guess that means they're. I don't know what the fuck. I am not a lawyer. I am not a lawyer.
I
I'm
thought
not-
I thought I thought they dropped it or they dismissed it or they're not pursuing it.
It says lifted the stay. I don't know what that means. I
I'm
mean,
not sure either.
it says the Justice Department has lifted the stay on the suit filed by former WWE employee Janelle Grant, representatives for the woman who has accused the former WWE CEO McMahon of sexual assault and trafficking, said he will proceed after the Justice Department to let it stay on her. I don't know, bro. So I guess maybe the stay
It's
is
a
like.
good day. It's a good day, and I think we need to bring Vince back.
Oh, there you go. That's what he's saying.
We need to bring Vince back, Hulk Hogan back, Kevin Nash needs to get in there somehow.
Crazy, crazy. All right, guys. So we'll be back next week. So when's the elimination chamber? Like 2 weeks from now or some shit? Or
Oh man, oh I don't even fucking
I
know,
don't
man. I
even
think
know
what
either.
is elimination chamber March 1st or something.
Like we is there anything else that we because next week we're gonna try to stay on topic and not just fucking diarrhea out the mouth on wrestling shit. That's pretty much me because every time you would say something like, "Oh, I want to talk about this," then that's not how it's
Yeah,
supposed to be every fucking
well,
time.
I do want to let
You'd be like
everybody.
Brock Lesnar and be like, "Oh, that fucking
I do want to let
spear."
everybody know that I do have a nice, very, very cool John Cena relic coming. No, you cannot have it. I did redeem it already. This is a limited red parallel 5
What's
matte
that? I can't
relic.
see that, dude. I
Can
still
you
can't
really
see
not
it.
see?
Can't see. No, I'm fucking with you, dude. I'm fucking with you.
Oh,
I
no, no,
can't see
no,
it.
no.
Can't
For
see,
those
can't
who
see
are
that.
curious about this, is that Tops now, so Tops does these cards that are in the moment of wrestling, and in them are parallels and then redemption cards, and that is a redemption card, and so that card is gonna have a piece of the mat that was used on that Monday Night Raw that John Cena said he was entering his last Royal Rumble. So it's a very, very cool card if you're a fan of wrestling, whether you love, hate John Cena, it's a valuable card. And I did
No.
get a limited 5 of that. So that is being redeemed, made, put together, all that cool shit. It's going to be a nice card. It's going to be a rare one, and it's super limited. So super stoked for that. So I'm very excited for
This
that.
is like his brag moment of his own shit that he's not sharing with
But
anybody.
But I'm gonna say this. So Tops, I don't have any affiliate link for them or anything of that nature. But if you would like to also get cool cards like this, they are randomly inserted into that. And when they drop, and they usually drop a day or two after the event, that pay-per-view Monday Night Raws, significant things that happen in wrestling, you can potentially get this stuff too. And some of that stuff is worth money. The Rhea Ripley's, which are limited to like 50 downward. The 50s are going for about $120 a
Nice.
piece. And so there is money to be made in this stuff, and they are randomly inserted. And some of these cards have massively low print runs. So that's the other thing too, is that the Charlotte Flair, her winning her Royal Rumble, that has a bunch of matte relics and base relics and stuff in there. It's got 2,200 cards printed, which is significantly low.
Damn.
Significantly low. It should be way more. That John Cena card of that redemption has about 8,800. The
Damn.
Charlotte Flair has 2,200 printed, which is significantly low. So again, if you caught it, that's awesome. If you didn't catch it, I'm sorry, but yeah,
But
there's a
low
lot.
key, he meant fuck you. If you didn't catch it, low key, he meant fuck you. No, I'm just joking. Mecca's nicer than me.
No, I'm just letting people know that hey, you can play too, guys. Again, this stuff drops and it's not that expensive, and if you want to get this shit, you could play too. But that's my PSA for the day.
PSA, public service announcement from Mecca. What
I
are you,
just-
besides your big interview next week, what else are you promoting? Show us that link for that. So next Friday, you're going to be doing this interview with.
So I will break her down. So Ariel X has been in the adult industry for
She looks like she would break you down, motherfucker.
Yeah, she probably would. No doubt about that, man. She could kick my ass any day of the week. I'm not here to fucking lie.
Nah, you said like I will break her. Just nah, motherfucker. I'm looking at her. She looks pretty. I told you about that fucking hand job. She imagine that getting like she could just.
She'll fucking destroy me, dude. Like this isn't a debate.
There you go.
So let me get through this at least. Let me get through this before you interrupt me again. So for those who actually want to know what's going on, so next Friday at about 5:15, I'm interviewing Ariel X, and she's the brainchild behind a company that was or a subsection of kink.com, which has been around for over 20 years. Some of your favorite adult stars, if you enjoy adult stars, and we all do, but let's not pretend here.
I never masturbated before in my life, Mecca. Go ahead.
Yeah, we all enjoy them. We don't have to admit it. Some of your favorite adult stars probably have worked for Kink, and she's the brainchild behind Ultimate Surrender. And then she also wound up creating her own company called Evolve Fights and Evolve Less Fights. And it's wrestling, and well, let's just say that the winner fucks the loser, in the nicest way possible, with a strap on usually. So it's a pretty hot company, and she's been in the adult industry for a while. So she's coming on my show on Friday at 5:15, and we're gonna have a really good conversation. I have a pretty good idea what we're gonna talk about. A lot of fun stuff. And she's probably one of the smartest women in the adult industry, hands down, for everything that she's done. So it's not gonna be the interview that people are expecting. It's going to be a fun one. There's going to be real questions asked, and it's probably going to be very business oriented. And the fact that I get to interview her is pretty fucking cool for me because I've been watching her, I've been following her for probably the last 10 years easy. So the fact that that's even on my radar, it's a real privilege. And it just speaks volume of what I have done in the last 10 years as an interviewer and who's been on my show, and the fact that people answer my emails and I actually have real credibility in this space, despite people not thinking that I do. So, it's just reaffirming my position, and it's a real, I guess, nice little feather in my cap. So, again, yeah, I'm really, really excited for it for a lot of reasons. Professionally, it's a big deal for me. So, yeah, but it's gonna be a great interview, everybody. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be one of those that you probably don't want to miss. And I'm sure me and Keenan will talk about it if he gets to catch it afterwards. Because but I'm super excited for it, and I'm also really fucking nervous about it at the same time. So that's something to keep in the back of everybody's head. And then I got something on Wednesday that's a little less intense. But again, as that interview and then everything else that I got promoting, obviously I do sell a lot of cool cards, a lot of comics, got a lot of stuff coming out. I am gonna go pull up that graphic right now. I run a little eBay store called Pop Anime Comics Collectibles. Look for comics and collectibles. Come shop with us on eBay. So please check that out. I got a lot of really cool stuff in my eBay store right now, and I'm adding more and more and more. And I'm gearing up for Major League Baseball, some NBA stuff, as well as I am definitely gearing up for the WNBA, which is coming in the next 2 months. So be on the lookout for that. So March Madness shit's coming too. So yeah, that's everything I got going on. And if you're looking for something, whether it's I got a bunch of wrestling cards as well in my eBay store. So if
Right.
you're looking for stuff, please look up my store, check me out. If I don't have it, ask me because I may have it. It just might not be listed. I have plenty of clients who ask me for shit all the time, and I'm like, it's funny that you ask because I got it, and like, great. And if I don't have it, there's plenty of things that my clients want that I don't carry for a bunch of reasons, and I'm more than happy to find you somebody who does. And my clients are always thrilled when that happens too. And the other people that I refer them business to, they tend to refer business back to me. So if you're looking for something, I'm gonna point you in the right direction if I don't got it. So that's kind of everything I got. And apparently, people do have an issue though with my eBay store, and it's a very unfortunate situation because they are saying they cannot see this card.
You can't see me.
I don't know. I don't know
Let me.
why they can't see it. It's upsetting. It is what it is, guys.
You find
So
me a card with John Cena's bald spot showing, I will buy that card from you, motherfucker. That's the card I'll buy.
yeah. All you have to do is ask me professionally.
John
Yeah.
Cena's bald spot card, I would pay for that shit, dude. I was about to take pictures of it. I was really like pausing the fucking last PLE and shit. I was sitting there like, some of that bald. I was like, it does. And then I'm telling you, I heard it like there's like his
You
bald
do
spot was looking
know.
terrible. I was like, they might not pay attention to that fucking bald spot like I do, but it was looking much better this time than it did last time.
You do realize that I think you can make custom cards with tops. So you should go do it. You should go do it. You
I
you
might
should
go
go
check it
approach
out.
tops and see if they will take your idea. And I will
And
meet you 50-50 on it.
the War Raiders, they got that old school. I like the War Raiders. The going ball, they got that old school. Because remember back in the day, wrestlers did not give two fucks about their hair. Like their hair, they like Macho Man. You could see like had the worst hair ever. Fucking a million other people were like going like bald and shit. They didn't care. They just like, we gotta do it. We gotta go. Let's go.
Hulk Hogan was going bald. He
Yeah,
didn't-
hold on. I don't give a few fucks. But and he's another one like dude, and he that guy's fucking bald head just went off.
Look at Triple H. He decided to just shave it, and he said, "Fuck this
He's
shit."
not even going bald. Look at that hairline, dude. It's still he should let it go. That hairline's still good. Believe me, dude. You might not watch fucking hairlines, but that hairline goes all the way around. I don't know if he's got a bald spot back here. I've never seen it, but that front hairline is good. So I don't know. He might have a back bald spot, but we've never seen it because he started shaving. Maybe that's it. Maybe he had the back bald spot, so he was like, "Fuck it, I'm shaving it off." John Cena, pay attention, dude. You could do that, man. You don't have to
He should
fake
just
it.
go military. He should just go like crew cut military. He'll be fine.
Well, then you could still see the bald spot, unless it's a movie, because they green screen that bald. I swear to God, he wears a green screen yarmulke or some shit during this stuff.
Green
You
screen.
never see that bald spot. Never.
Oh shit!
Guys, be sure to like all my stuff. You could you can super chat when you see me live. You can also join down. There's a button down there where you can see the shit that I do early, like the early interviews that I put out on Mondays. You get to see them a couple hours earlier than everybody else. And don't forget, don't be a zero with a Z, be a hero with an X. XCRO flavored toothpicks. Put We Are All Boss product in the referral thing, and you get like 50% off, and I get some money. That's the best way to support the channel is super chat, super likes. Don't forget, you can also cash at me because then YouTube doesn't get a piece of that money. It goes straight to me. Fuck YouTube. No, I love you, YouTube. I'm just playing YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube. But no, I don't have anything else. This is our first week back. I'm sorry I've been MIA, bro, and I know you've been busy.
And before we all peace out, and I do have something that is coming out soon, but I can't really talk about it publicly at the moment. It's being built, but it's going to be SummerSlam related.
No.
And it's going to be cool, and I'm going to hook you up with one of them. So
All
don't
right,
worry.
man.
And I'm going to let you know, but we can't let anybody else know at the moment because it's still super secret. But it's going to be really fucking cool.
I'm gonna
when
tell
it comes
everybody go to. Oh yeah, and after this show, I'm gonna do Valentine's Day on my live. So it's gonna be a Lonely Hearts Club.
I'll join you on your live anytime, man.
All right, man. We're about to go live. I'm gonna do the vertical live, dude. You can be in the comments, man. I mean, sitting there bullshitting, and all these people over here: 4 Foot Tracy, Big Max, Algorithm. Let's see. Damn, Big Max and 4 Foot Tracy were just talking the entire damn time. Were y'all even paying attention to us? Like Jesus. And Algorithm. None of us have dates tonight. 4 Foot, will you be my Valentine? All right, you have a good night, Mr. Mecca. We'll see you next week, dude.
That's exactly what's going to happen. Everybody have a good one. Have a happy Valentine's Day. Have a good weekend. Hopefully you're having a 3-day weekend. Enjoy your President's Day. And
Whatever happened to peace?
Remember, it's a 4-day week next weekend. So next week. So enjoy it and take them as they come. And hopefully you're off on Monday. And we'll catch you next Friday. Peace, everybody.
Peace.